welcome back to my channel, Maximum Momming. Okay, if you're new to the channel, welcome, and I'm glad that you're here today to witness this, to witness this disaster. So, my office has not been cleaned in months because I've been focusing on other things. And so you get to see me turn this disaster into a jewel that we can all work in. As you can see, there are 3 desks in here because my entire family, all 4 of us, use this space to work. To do homework, for me to work on my books, and for my husband to do things that he would not be able to do at work at home. So I'm going to turn this disaster into a jewel and get it back sparkling clean. So if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join the Maximum Momming family. There's plenty of videos on my channel for you to enjoy. And as always, let's get to work. So if you're new to the channel, then you have not seen my office space. And the space that I'm cleaning right now is my daughter's art desk. And my youngest daughter is an artiste. And she likes to paint using acrylic paint, watercolor. She likes to draw. She uses alcohol markers. She just uses all kinds of mediums to get her artistic talent down on paper. And she does a lot of different things. And so one of the things she does is make a mess on this desk. And so she's been wanting to clean it. And every time she goes to clean it, she always tells me, she's like, I get so paralyzed every time I go and look at it and just want to clean it and organize it. And I told her, I was like, I know you get overwhelmed, but it's just get started, just put stuff away. But she just can never do it. So I was like, this whole entire office needs to be clean. Like, I get paralyzed every time I walk in here because I have to scoot around stuff and just to get to my desk. And so I was like, if I'm just going to clean the office, I'm just going to clean her desk as well. So that's what I'm doing right now. And I have to be careful because, with her desk, especially when I'm filming things, because I don't want you guys to see her sketches and things like that, because she doesn't like to show that until she's completely done with everything. But I also don't want to throw stuff away that she's still using and things like that. So I have to be really careful when I clean her stuff. But she trusts me. She trusts me to organize it for her. And, that makes me smile because, my kids kind of trust me when I organize their things, that I'm not going to just toss things that they need. So I get to organize her stuff. Nobody else can. I'm the only one that can. So I organize it and clean it and just get it to a point where she can actually use her desk again. And that's what I'm trying to do. And yes, she has a white desk and she has paint, but I figured it would make her desk, artistic, because if she has a white desk and she gets paint and stuff on it, it makes it look kind of cool. But ultimately she has a white desk because Mom saw it as the cheaper option when I bought her the desk. I needed a corner desk in this room, and it was the cheapest one on sale. It was good quality, but because it's white, people were just not they wanted to get rid of the desk because it was white. So it ended up being the cheaper one on sale, and I got it, and it's sturdy, and it's a good desk. And yeah, so that's how we ended up with a white desk. But she loves her desk. She's had it for a while. And yeah, so we like it. I bought some tables and built a little table thing to basically organize this side of the room, my side of the room with my stuff, and I just didn't do it. So I can't blame my daughter for not cleaning her desk off and organizing her stuff when, mama ain't did it either. So basically I just need to go ahead and just organize my stuff and get it to where I want it to be. And that's what I'm just going to do now. I'm just going to put the stuff where I want it to be and try to get that stuff organized. And I'm real picky about my stuff too. Like it has to be in specific places and, where I want it to go. So that's kind of where I am at right now, just trying to organize this stuff. And it's difficult. It's easier for me to organize my own stuff, of course, than it is, my family stuff, because they are particular about their stuff as well. My husband, he doesn't have a lot of stuff in the office, but the stuff that he does have, I try not to touch it because every time, I don't know if you guys have this problem, but every time I touch his stuff, then he wants to come around and go like, oh, you moved that, now I can't find it. Oh, you moved that, now I can't find it. So I'm like, I just don't touch the stuff at all, because it's like, I try to keep it neat and make sure he keeps it neat. But every time I touch his stuff, then it's all of a sudden he can't find it or I've lost something. So I just try not to touch his stuff at all because it's just like, I don't want the headache. So I organize my stuff. And like I said, my daughters, they trust me to organize their things because, and honestly, I think they trust me because they just don't want to do it themselves. They're like, whatever you do with it, we don't care as long as we don't have to do it kind of attitude. But my husband is kind of like, he wants me to, but then he doesn't. And then he wants me to, but then he doesn't. So I just don't. It's easier that way. But I like to organize my things, really, really well. And then in the kitchen though, like the kitchen and the pantry and all that stuff, that's my domain. So it doesn't matter what they think is going to be organized the way I want it to. In the office, I just work on my side where my desk is and all my stuff and just let them, deal with it. If they want, on my side, they're not allowed to touch my stuff anyway, but whatever. So do you have a home office, or do you have a space at home where you work or anything like that, do you have to share it with somebody? How does that work out? What is that dynamic? Leave it in the comments. Let me know. Like, what is that like, how you're sharing it with somebody else? Because I share it with 4 other people. And even though I have my own desk and my own space, they use my desk. And like, especially my girls, they leave pencil shavings all over my desk because they erase a lot of stuff and it's weird. And I'm really weird about it because it's just like, and my youngest uses my laptop because she doesn't have one of her own yet. So she uses my laptop and it's weird. I'm really particular about my own things. And I've always been that way ever since I was a kid. I don't know. Is that ADHD stuff? I don't know. But I have ADHD, so I don't know if that's particular to that. But it could also be just some quirks of mine. But yeah, leave it in the comments. How do you work that out? So this is the desk that my husband and my oldest daughter use. At first, yeah, it was kind of difficult because they, for some reason, um, always wanted to be here at the same time. I don't know why, but they just always wanted to be in here at the same time. Especially my oldest daughter, she always felt like her dad was in here whenever she wanted to be in here. But for some reason now, they've worked it out where they, can split up the time and they're never in here at the same time. And it has started to work out really, really well for both of them. So we just kept it this way, but they have their own computers, their own monitors, their own stuff. So they're not sharing the computer and they're not sharing monitors. So it worked out really, really well. So like my husband has his laptop and his own monitor, his own keyboard. My daughter has her own keyboard and desktop and headphones and everything, mouse. They don't share the same stuff. So I think that has worked out in their favor as well. But they get along fine with it. Like I said, leave it in the comments if you have a similar setup or anything like that. How does it work for you? But secretly though, my youngest daughter and myself, like, we're happy that we have our own desk. we are pretty happy that we have our own desk and we don't have to share. It kind of worked out that way for both of us. We don't have to share, but they share, and they have worked it out so that they don't have to worry about just not getting along with it. But in the beginning, I know my oldest used to complain like, Dad's always in there, but it's fine now. So now that school's back in session, it feels like it should be fall, even though I know it's still summer. So my body is just like, oh, school's back in session, summer's over, it's time for fall. But I live in California. There is like no time for fall. And I live in the Central Valley, so it's like Starbucks is coming out with their fall drinks, and Dutch Bros coming out with their fall drinks, and so is Dunkin' Donuts and things like that. They're coming out with their fall drinks, and I'm like, it's 100 degrees here. We can't have our, the fall feeling yet. It's literally 100 degrees. And so, I'm like, as I clean this up and the kids are going to, going to school and everything like that, it's just like, it's not fall. It's definitely still summer. Like, we could go to the beach right now and in our bathing suits and it's still summer. We're not getting that fall feeling just yet. So, yeah, it's like we're just not, feeling that fall feeling just yet. So I know everybody else is like, getting ready for the fall. And the only time I feel like it might be getting fall is in the morning. In the morning when it's like 70 degrees. And I know some places they're like 70 degrees. That's not fall. But here, yeah, in California and Central Valley, 70 degrees is basically as close as we're going to get to fall. That's as close as we're going to get to fall weather. So, yeah, it's just, we're still feeling. So, what is the temperature like for you where you are? Let me know. Leave it in the comments. What is the temperature like for you? Are you getting that fall feeling yet? Let me know. Oh, guys, look at this room. Yes, we can actually work in here. It looks so much better. I don't know even if the camera is doing it as much justice as it looks, because when you walk in, it feels different. Like the atmosphere is different. It just looks like I can work in here. So like look at before. Before it was a hot mess. Like it was just so bad. Like we had to like squeeze through all this stuff just to get to our desk, just to try to work. And my youngest daughter, she couldn't even get to her desk. Like that was how bad it was. But yeah, like it just feels so much better. Like look at the difference, guys. Like we can actually work in here. We can move in here. We can do what we need to do in here. It's just a different atmosphere. And like I said, if you're new to my channel, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I know there are plenty of videos on my channel that you're gonna love. Like look at the desk. The desk is just totally like whew, night and day. But yes, so like I said, if you're new, hit that subscribe button and join the Maximum Mommy family. We have grocery hauls, we have pantry clean outs, we have refrigerator clean outs, we have cleaning motivation, organizational videos. My linen closet clean outs are the bomb. They are absolutely amazing. So watch those. Watch my laundry days if you like laundry motivation. And I will catch you in the next video. Bye, guys.